Welcome to the challenge round. This is a 1950s decade challenge round featuring Earl Maynard versus Earl Clark. I don't know why I introduced it with my radio voice. But anyway, Earl Maynard, pretty famous guy. He's been in a couple of Mr. Olympias, and Earl Clark, a virtual unknown. But we'll see what happens. Of course, some of these 1950s decade challenge rounds, these older ones, it's hard to get a perfect pose for everyone. And this is a front lat spread, in my opinion, I guess. Earl Maynard's kind of got a most muscular going, but hey, it looks good here, and it's enough for the win. His conditioning is head and shoulders above Earl Clark, from what I can see now. A little bit unfair, perhaps. But we'll see what happens. There's only so many poses here as well, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we have 5 poses. So let's have a look at the second. And it will be a side chest pose. Now, this one was a tough one. Earl Clark he looks fantastic. But if you'll notice just the hard, grainy nature of Earl Maynard, his conditioning seems to be at another level. And he is so much bigger. Of course, he is taller as well, but he appears to be much thicker and more beef. Although I like the shape and symmetry of Earl Clark, but we are going with Earl Maynard. He's just too big, too much. All right, next pose. And this is an excellent little comparison shot. Both men snapping the shots pretty much identical, so it's an even display. And it's plain to see that Earl Maynard is definitely the superior athlete, the superior bodybuilder. Look at those lats and the small waist, and then boom, those big legs. What a shape. It appears Earl Clark he just doesn't have it here. It's a dangerous opponent for him, a man much larger and appears to be in better condition as well. But hey, he gave his due here, and with only 2 more poses remaining, the anticipation is just sapped right out of this one. But let's finish. And it appears we are going to get at least 1 back shot out of these 2 gentlemen. And this one is actually a tough one in my opinion. I believe it may just be the lighting, but it looks like Earl Clark has a little bit more detail back there into his back. But of course, Earl Maynard's big old thick grizzly bear back. Look how wide that is. But come on, ladies and gentlemen, there's only 1 more pose left, and Earl Maynard has this one in the bag. And of course, there is an argument there. Earl Clark, his small little waist, much smaller there. And he's thrusting his arm forward, saying, "Give me the point, give me the point." So you know what? Earl Clark gets this one. All right, let's have a look at the last pose. And it looks like Earl Maynard is going to end this one with an exclamation point here in the most muscular pose. He is just too big, too ripped, just too much for Earl Clark. Poor Clark gave us everything he had. He had a nice little shape and physique there. But Earl Maynard is proving just why he is one of the few bodybuilders ever to have a victory over one Sergio Oliva. Anyway, here is your winner of this challenge round, Earl Maynard. Earl Maynard will now await the challenge of another challenge round winner to do battle in the Gladiator Round.